This video is created for anyone that is willing to start a spice business and you're thinking of not spending much on capital. Now, there are three things that are needed to start a spice business. These are your capital. Secondly, you need suppliers. And thirdly, you need buyers. Now, how do you start a spice business from home? The first step when it comes to starting a spice business is to choose a brand name. What is the big deal about brand name? Why must I choose a name? Is it not important for me to just sell until maybe 5 years time, 7 years time, the business grows into $1 million business and there's an issue of identity theft? The second step in this business is for you to choose your distribution channels. Fine, Raphael told you to make sure you get your buyers. How do you want to get your buyers? You see, the issue with many people that go into business is they start the business first before they start thinking of solutions. This is not the right way to go. Make sure you try to get your buyers even before you started your business. I remember a few years back when I wanted to start a clothing line, I informed just family and friends, and by the time I did my first stock, it was empty within 2 weeks. The people that are very, very vital to you are people that own restaurants, are owners of supermarkets, grocery stores, also people that sell food stuff. All these people are important to you. I want you to look at people that you know that when they are buying from you, there are chances that they will buy in bulk. These are the people you should target. Develop a business plan. This is your third step. Don't just go into the business clueless on what is needed and the money or the capital that is needed to be spent. Your business plan guides you on almost everything you need to know about any business. For example, specifically your spice business, you're going to be privy to information like the capital needed to start the business, how and where you're going to source your spice from. So your business plan will guide you on 80 or 90%. In fact, when I usually do business plan for people, I usually inform them that if you have done your business plan, if I have done your business plan for you and you are still having doubt, probably that business is not for you, because the business plan will everything you're supposed to know when it comes to starting this kind of business. Businesses are often underestimated until we discover that money is coming in, but we are unable to calculate our profits. When you're starting a business like this, despite the fact that it's a business you're starting from home, do not underestimate the business. Create a business account for your spice business. This is the next step you need to take. Visit your local banks and ask them what are the requirements to create a business account. Of course, they are going to ask you for some document proving that this business is legit business and this business is about to start or has been started. This shows that you are a serious entrepreneur. I have never seen an entrepreneur that has a business and does not have a business account. There are also tax requirements, depending, of course, on the country you're starting this business from. And from my findings so far, I discovered that there are taxes on spice. Yes, especially if you're a farmer or if you are a seller or a distributor. Now, what they usually do is for farmers to encourage them to keep producing spices, the tax on their spice is not as much as it should be. It is reasonable, but I've discovered that for people like distributors, for huge sellers, they pay tax. So you need to be exposed to the tax requirement of this business. This is to make sure that by the time you start this business and your profits start coming in and it's time for you to pay tax, you would know how much will be going into your taxes, and you would also know what your profit margin will look like. Packaging and branding. One of the ways you can stand out as a spice business is for you to create a unique brand and packaging for your spice business. Imagine out of a store of 10 brands, imagine being in a store and you go to the spice section and there's just one particular spice that stands out of all the spices there. Now, what makes that spice stand out is the packaging and the color that is used, on the body of the packaging. So for this, and to make sure you get this very well, you will need to speak to graphic designers, and you will need to speak to people that are into packaging. When the graphic designer and those that are into packaging come together and they come out with a very good packaging for your product, trust me, it's going to be easy for you to attract customers. The final step is to get your spice delivered. Now, when your spices has been supplied, this is when you're going to need to repackage them into your own packaging bags, and you will now start supplying your spices. How much you sell your spice depends on so many factors like cost of transportation, the cost of the goods, and also how you want your profit margin to be. Now, is there any part I've missed in this video? Any questions, comments, please drop them in the comment section. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Yes, we want to grow this community before the end of June. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next one.